Welcome. It's my pleasure to welcome you all here this evening, and I'd like to welcome you to the 130th Annual Commencement Ceremony honoring this class of 2022. I'd also like to thank our junior marshals, Mariana Cisse and Hannah Meyer, and that is a change to the program. Thank you, junior marshals. Tonight, 192 seniors will be receiving their WF West High School diploma. Students, you have worked hard, and you have overcome many challenges to be here today. You have demonstrated strength and perseverance, which will serve you well into your future. It's a great achievement of this class that 100% of this graduating class has been accepted to college, university, or a technical school, and today we are here to celebrate you. To our families and community, this ceremony is a very special time for our seniors. And we realize it's time for personal celebration, but we ask that your personal celebration not take away from others on this special occasion. So in respect for those sitting next to you and those with hearing aids, please refrain from using air horns and or noise devices tonight. Seniors, your parents, guardians, and grandparents, family members, friends, K-12 teachers, and members of this community are gathered here to celebrate tonight's milestone with you. Many of this senior class have attended school in the Chehalis School District from kindergarten through 12th grade. Will these students and all students who have attended schools in the Chehalis community for the majority of their education, please stand. We want to recognize you. I would like everyone to join me in standing for the national anthem being sung by Naomi Laughlin and signed by Josh Everly.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran clear, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Naomi. Thank you, Josh. Now at this time, I'd like to invite Camille Aldrich and Audrey Toynbee to the podium. Camille and Audrey will be giving the class welcome and review some great things that have made this class of 2022 one of a kind. A class to be remembered. Please join me in welcoming them to the stage.
Good evening, friends, family, and students, and welcome to the Class of 2022 Commencement Ceremony. Students, we are going to take this next minute to spot your families in the crowd. So please stand up, turn around, spot your families, and give them a wave and a smile to thank them for coming.
Please sit back down. We'd like to take a moment to thank everyone in attendance for their support throughout our education. We've been through a lot together. Thank you, families, friends, teachers, and coaches. We could not be who we are today without your influence.
Some of us have known each other since the first day of preschool, while others are only new acquaintances. Regardless, everyone sitting on this field has shaped our high school experience. Until this very moment. We never thought it would come so fast. Now it's here, and we're so excited to celebrate a day of goodbyes, new beginnings, and a couple of see you tomorrows.
This is the moment to acknowledge your own journey and the accomplishments you've made so far. It's likely this will be the last time all of us are gathered together as a whole. We're so proud of the many different paths we will take. Whether we're together or apart, we will always be Bearcats. Thank you.
Next, we have 3 students who were selected by the class of 2022 to represent them tonight. These students will be reflecting on their collective past and present and will roadmap the future. Our first student speaker this evening is Ava Olson. Ava will be attending the University of Alabama next year to study political science with the future goal of practicing law. Welcome, Ava.
We finally made it to graduation, but I'm not sure if this is how any of us imagined it. What an unprecedented journey we took throughout these 4 years of high school. Unprecedented as we've never done this before. We had so much taken away from us, from wrestling matches, volleyball games, theater productions, music concerts, and so much more. We were thrown into this thunderstorm of uncertainties and irregularities throughout our years, but we fought through in ways we could have never imagined. I truly believe that no class will ever be as grateful as ours to have made it to our senior year. Aside from what we learned in the classroom, I believe we've learned things much greater. We've gained the ability to foster new relationships in times that seemed extremely difficult, but also in the times we needed those new relationships the most. In lots of cases, we learned how to form new relationships with ourselves. Learning how to deal with all we've lost with our eyes still set on this exact day was not exactly a walk in the park. And we got through. We hunkered down together in the trenches and had each other's shoulders to cry on when we grieved the losses of our own. We adapted to a new way of life and grew with the rapidly changing world around us. We took time to grow and to focus on becoming the best versions of ourselves. And when school reopened, our semi-normal high school experience reclaimed its place here at WF West. We came back uncertain of what we would face, but we knew we would face it together and with stronger versions of ourselves. At last, band chants and crowd cheers finally returned to Bearcat Stadium. We got to congregate in the commons, turn off Zoom waiting rooms, and go back to sleeping on our desk in class. Senior stressors and spring semester suddenly appeared, much like the mile-long line outside of Miss Chapin's office. As we were about to walk away from the campus, staff, and students we truly did not get to spend enough time with. The class of 22 was dealt a really tricky hand, but we played our cards right and beat the odds. We grew up, and while at times it felt overwhelming, I know we're stronger, more capable, and better able to succeed because of it. We've endured it all, and our paths are paved to pursue the future we wish to make for ourselves. The class of 2022 truly embodies that it doesn't matter how the journey looks, but it's the drive, determination, and support that will get us where we need to go. Now it's time to set out again and pave our paths farther as we encounter the next phase of our life. I'm so proud of us all. Congratulations, class of 2022.
Thank you, Ava. Our second speaker tonight is Acadia Hazlett, who will be attending Centralia College and plans to study art. Come on up, Acadia.
Some of you may know me as the artsy kid, but I'm actually the current captain of the speech and debate team, also known as forensics. But no one starts out as captain or leader. Everyone has to start at the bottom. The first day of freshman year, I barely knew where my classes were. All that I knew was that my 0 hour was forensics, and it was in room 110. After getting lost and turned around, I walked into the room that would become my hideout for all of high school, my safe place. I just didn't know that yet, as I was thrown headfirst into the world of forensics. I don't remember much about my first tournament, just that it was a complete disaster. I was doing an event called Impromptu, where I wasn't allowed any preparation beforehand, and I had to make up a speech on the spot. I wasn't dressed right, I was a nervous wreck, and I felt really scared. Back then, I wasn't much of a public speaker, and to this day I'm struggling with this. I remember after that tournament, I wanted to quit so badly. I felt like I had failed miserably and was ready to throw in the towel. The next day, as soon as I walked into Miss Williams' classroom, she looked up at me and asked, "So, did you like the event? If not, let's find you a new one." And by the next tournament, I had already moved on to my next event, dramatic interpretation. I knew that after I switched events, that forensics was the place for me. The absolute rush that I felt standing in front of 15 people and being able to perform a scripted piece was amazing. I felt in charge, in command of the room. And now, I'm standing in front of my entire class and family on stage, about to graduate. I never once thought that I'd be able to do something like this, standing in front of all of you, but I tried something new, and here I am. I tried something new and pushed myself to become a better person. I also gained a network of friends by joining forensics, which I would have never known if I hadn't joined. They all taught me so much, and we all had each other's backs when it came to preparing for events, helping each other with homework, or just having someone to talk to in the mornings to start off the day right. Before forensics, I had never known how important a support system really was until I was a senior preparing to graduate. Through all the ups and downs, lefts and rights, twists and turns, I knew I had a place to go back to. Some of you have found your place in shop classes, some in arts, some in sports, and some system to help you through life. As you move on in life, if you are struggling to find your place, go try something new. Put yourself out there and try, because you'll never know what will pique your interest. If you don't try, you can miss out on some amazing experiences and some even more amazing people. If we all just take a leap, dive through the air, and trust that something or someone will catch us, we will all have the opportunity to fly, to do something extraordinary, something that no one else was brave enough to try. All we have to do is try it ourselves and take that first step. So, as I stand here today, I ask one thing before we all officially graduate. Take those chances in life. Get out of your comfort zone and try something new or scary. It's okay if you don't like it at first or if you want to give up. Just stick with it to the end, and if you don't like it, try something else. We can all find something. If I can, anybody can.
Thank you, Acadia. Our final speaker is Hans Meyer. Come on up, Hans. Hans will be attending Azusa Pacific University next year to study social work.
We are all being thrown from the nest as we speak. This graduation ceremony is just a fancy way of kicking us from the top of the tree. I have always thought this analogy was a considerable exaggeration. That is, until I found myself about to graduate. I am genuinely terrified, and I imagine a lot of us are. No matter how many times people try to tell you and prepare you for this feeling, you'll never be ready for it. The feeling of simultaneous excitement and dread. The feeling of pure happiness mixed with a deep sadness. I don't think any of us expected this. When I finished my very first day of high school, way back freshman year, I was so excited for the day I would finally be done with public school altogether. I wanted to be out of here as fast as possible. I didn't do running start because of the 2 years of college I would get. Rather, doing running start meant 2 years less of high school. I thought graduation would be easy for me. I'd take my fancy little piece of paper and I'd leave forever. But you know what ended up happening? I started hanging out at the school again this year. I found myself missing everyone, including the people I thought I didn't like. I really didn't understand this at all. Why was I feeling this way? I was still hanging out with the people I liked outside of school, and I was away from all of the people in high school that I thought were annoying. It was a win-win situation. The truth is, we have all grown so much together over these years we spent in public school. Whether you have been in this high school for only a year, or you've been here since kindergarten, you have been surrounded by the people who have shaped you into the person you are today. And you yourself have impacted other people around you in the same exact way. For better or for worse, we have played huge roles in each other's lives. It really sucks, but you end up missing parts of this, even if you think you absolutely hate it. Who knew I would feel nostalgic about suffering with people in advanced freshman English? But notice the wording I used there, suffering with people. School is hard for many different reasons. But at the end of the day, we all struggle with it. But that's the thing. There's something truly special about pushing through difficult times with people. And we have definitely gone through those difficult times together. I'm sure a lot of you won't find it difficult to think of specific instances. And it isn't just the suffering that brings us together, but the growth that comes with the suffering. Our greatest hardships can bring out our greatest strengths. These complex relationships and circumstances are what make this departure so difficult. They are why we feel as though we are being kicked from the tree. We will be separated from many of the people we have suffered and grown with. That familiarity is something you don't think about a lot until times like this, or until you have to write a speech about it. I encourage you to look back at these years in Chehalis fondly. I encourage you to be optimistic about what we have in store for us. Yes, indeed, parting is such sweet sorrow. But we all now get to make our own choices and get to direct our own lives in the ways that we want. Instead of looking at this as the time our parents kicked us out of the house, look at this as the moment where you go out and you get to make your contribution to the world. The moment you are no longer required to do things. You could go live under a bridge. Please don't. Or you could rent an apartment. Please don't live under a bridge, please. You could choose to go to college, or you could take a gap year and shred some gnar. Or you could fly to the mystical lands of Australia, like one of our class's valedictorians. The point is that we have so much more freedom now. I encourage you all to look at the future as an opportunity to succeed and live your life to the fullest, rather than look at the following years as impending doom. Farewell, seniors. Thank you all for being part of this mandatory government-funded journey with me. Unfortunately, this has been fun.
Thank you, Hans. Now I'd like to recognize our top 10 students that are here tonight. This is a very special group that has earned the right to wear the gold honor cords. This signifies that they have qualified as the top 10 scholastically in their class. Please hold your applause until the top 10 are all on stage to be recognized. Students, please come forward as I call your name. Joseph Chung, Carissa Smith. Joseph's the one in Australia. Joseph and Carissa are our valedictorians and wearing a gold medallion to signify they've earned a 4.0 GPA. Ian Scow, Claire Kuykendall, Elena Koenig, Emma Green, Elsa Warner, Wesley Bowers, Abigail Finley, Amelia Itu. Please help me in congratulating the top 10 students. I'll ask the top 10 to remain on stage, and I will introduce 15 more top scholars that make up our top 25. As I read your name, please stand in place and be recognized. Maya O'Neill, Cassandra Sanchez Franco, Logan Moore, Lily Young, Reese Blinks, Mason Walters, Jocelyn Robertson, Taylor Shipp, Anna White, Javier Flores, Acadia Hazlett, Cambria Sipper, Mimi Tien, and Audrey Toynbee. Congratulations, top 25. You may now be seated. The Honor Scholar Award is WF West High School's esteemed recognition for completing rigorous college preparatory academic work throughout high school. Honor students have earned the right to wear the gold stole at graduation. They've also received a pin for their stole to recognize their achievements in an honors pathway. Those who have earned full honors are wearing an honors medallion tonight. Honor students, when I recognize your pathway, will you please stand and remain standing until all honors students have been recognized. Our first 9 students have earned full honors, meeting requirements for 3 and 4 honors pathways. Please stand if you've earned 3 or 4 honors pathways. 19 of this graduating class has earned honors in STEM coursework. Please stand if you have earned STEM honors tonight. 13 students have earned honors in English coursework. If you're in honors English, please stand. Thank you. 32 students have earned honors in humanities, the combined study of social studies and world language. Please stand. And 16 students have earned honors in the performing arts. Please stand. Congratulations. Please help me in applauding the honor students tonight. You may be seated. Our career and technical education program is one of the finest, I believe, in the state of Washington. We are proud of our students, and many of these students have earned dual college credit, and we want to recognize their accomplishments in a career and technical education pathway tonight. So please stand if I call your pathway. 9 students earned a CTE award in fine arts. Please stand. We had 1 student earn the award in CTE agricultural. Please stand. 10 students have earned the CTE award for child, consumer, and family sciences. Please stand. And 2 students have earned the CTE sports medicine award. Please stand. The CTE department would also like to recognize Caitlin Gunther for obtaining the FFA state degree. Go ahead and stand, Caitlin. Let's give these folks a round of applause. It is an honor for our students to be selected as department award winners. These students are selected by subject area teachers as a distinguished senior in that subject area. Department award winners are wearing a pin on their stole tonight, marking their achievement. They are listed in tonight's program, and will the department award winners please stand and remain standing to be recognized. For art, Angelina Relis. Family and Consumer Sciences, J.C. Harris. Engineering and Science, Henry Jordan. Biotechnology and Science, Amelia Itu. World Languages, Hannah Bush. Language Arts, Claire Kuykendall. Mathematics, Carissa Smith. Instrumental Music, Olivia Cauldron. In Choir, Audrey Toynbee. In Career and Technical Education, Cole Froschauer. In Lifetime Fitness, Connor Fithen. In Social Studies, Emma Green. In Student Support, Josh Everly. Congratulations, Department Award winners. "90 of our students have earned a place on the honor roll, maintaining a total grade point average of 3.25 or above. These students tonight have earned the right to wear the silver cord. Will our honor roll students please stand at this time and be recognized? Let's give them a round of applause. Our WF West chapter of the National Honor Society members have maintained a grade point average of 3.0 or above. They have exemplified the national standards for scholarship, leadership, service, and good character. Will our National Honor Society members please stand and be recognized? Congratulations. Many of you have pursued rigorous coursework and college-level opportunities. Will you please stand if you've taken one or more advanced placement course? If you've taken one more college in the high school course? If you've taken a class at Centralia College or have been a part of Running Start? 28 of this year's Running Start students have also earned their Associate in Arts degree. All these programs are programs we're very proud of and prepare you for college success. Let's give them a round of applause. The financial support provided to our school and our graduates is something unequaled in most communities. This is a very special place. We are very proud and grateful for our community partnerships and the generous support and belief in our students. To recognize our graduates and the generosity of this community, please look in your program for a complete list of scholarships and awards each student has received. As of tonight, the class of 2022 has a grand total of scholarships that surpass $3.3 million. Congratulations to our Bearcats. One of our longest standing scholarship awards is the WF West Scholarship. William F. and Blanche West designated income in a trust estate to provide scholarships to deserving students. It was the hope of the Wests that the opportunity for financial support for college would motivate students to go on and persist through 4 years of college to earn a degree. Since 1970, this fund has awarded over $3 million in scholarships. 59 of our 2022 graduates will receive $74,600 from the West Scholarships for 4 years of college. In addition, they may renew this scholarship for graduate level study up to 8 years. Will the 2022 WF West Scholarship recipients please stand and be recognized at this time? The Kaufman Scholarship is our second most long-standing scholarship that began in 1979. This scholarship fund was developed by Mr. and Mrs. John Kaufman in honor of their son, John Freeman Kaufman. We are grateful and honored that the Kaufmans tribute to their son was a scholarship for students to pursue career and college preparedness. This year, 14 students received $14,800 from the Kauffman Foundation. These students will receive this money throughout 4 years. Will the 2022 Kauffman Scholarship recipients please stand to be recognized at this time? In addition, many seniors have received scholarships from universities, organizations in our state, and from across the nation. Now, will all the students who received a scholarship please stand to be recognized? Please join me in welcoming the Chehalis School District Superintendent and a proud parent of one of our graduates tonight, Dr. Christine Maloney.
Thank you, Principal Walters. Good evening, parents, families, friends, and graduates. I sat down to write this speech, and it really felt different to me this year, partly because this class has endured the brunt of the pandemic, and partly because tonight I have a graduate sitting in the front row. Hi, Kat. My hope for each parent or loved one here tonight is that you take the time and find the right way for you to express how proud you are of your graduate and how much you love them. Maybe over a celebration, a gesture, a great big bear hug, or perhaps by writing a letter. This year, I chose to write a letter from the perspective of a parent to their graduate. I'm sure this letter contains the sentiment shared by your loved ones, seniors, sitting behind you, that support and love you. So here goes. A letter to my graduate. I love you and I'm proud of you. When you were little, I dreamed of who you would become. A teacher, a doctor, a business leader, an auto mechanic, or perhaps an artist. And thought about this day, the day you graduated and became an adult. I also didn't want to think about this day, because that would mean that you and I and our family would be forever different. I did everything I could to provide you a loving home and help you grow into the young adult you are today. I never could have imagined that your high school years would be so drastically altered because of a pandemic, and how that would affect you emotionally, socially, academically, or how it would affect our family, our friends, and our community. You faced some difficult times, but you persevered. You stayed true to yourself and continued to dream. Your dreams and goals changed as you grew, but you never stopped dreaming. That's resilience. You chose hard work and weren't afraid to reach out and ask for help. Today, I celebrate you and know that I prepared you in the best I could, because look at you, you are amazing. And I am so thankful for our community, and I'm thankful for the staff, the teachers, the counselors, the administrators, from kindergarten to your senior year to this day today, who helped you be prepared to succeed in whatever career and college path you choose. I congratulate you on what you have accomplished, the struggles you have overcome, and I know your dreams will become your reality. Congratulations to my graduate of the class of 2022. With love, your parent, your family, your friends. Congratulations, class of 2022. So back to the script. All right, our community is fortunate to have a school board dedicated to providing each student an excellent education to help prepare them to be successful in their chosen career or college post-secondary opportunity. It is my privilege to introduce our board members who are present this evening. Would President Jay Vanderstoop please stand and wave? Vice President Colleen State, Director Kelsey Hamilton, and Director Larry Peterson. thank you very much for being here and your support for all of our students. Our school board values the dedication, service, and contributions that members of our community make to our school district. At this time, I would like to invite not only the president of our school board, Jay Vanderstoop, but he is also the Chehalis Foundation board member as well, to present the Chehalis School Board 2022 Award of Excellence.
Thank you. Kevin Smith, can you come this way? When you were in the 4th grade, Kevin Smith and his family started working and contributing for you for this day. That is literally true. When the Student Achievement Initiative began in 2013, 30% of the graduates from this school were going on to get a credential degree when they graduated. And the goal of the Student Achievement Initiative was to double that, make it double the national average for the class of 2022. You. Kevin and his wife Karen, who's here tonight, Kevin's brothers Orrin and Michael and sister Vicky have benefits for you in your future. How many of you have used the pool since it's been rebuilt? That all? Oh, come on. You've been in the pool. Yes. That project, Kevin and Connie Bodie were the leaders in the managing of that process. How many of you or your parents have used the new library in downtown Chehalis? Here's another one. I know you're all going to say yes to this one. How many times, who has had one of their teachers in the last 10 years say, now turn and talk to your neighbor about the subject we're going to talk about in class today? Yes, that's part of the Student Achievement Initiative. How many last month registered here at WF West for Centralia College classes to be taken in the fall? Yeah. And you heard earlier that 100%, every graduate tonight in this class has been admitted to a college or technical program. I can tell you, not one of those things would have happened in this community if Kevin Smith and his family had not been engaged. Now, Kevin would be very angry if I didn't make the following point. Not one of those projects did Kevin Smith do on his own. He'd be the first one to tell you that. All of those projects have been funded by hundreds of other families and community members contributing. But Kevin Smith's time and the Smith family's resources, if you take that out of the equation, not one of those things I just listed that is a benefit to you in your future would have, and to our community, would have happened. The Smiths grew up in a small house that is now a paved over parking lot next to the courthouse. They didn't have much money, but through hard work and talent, they rose to achieve the American dream. Kevin and his family, they don't live here anymore. His kids don't go to school here. But Kevin Smith has donated thousands of hours toward these projects, including toward the Student Achievement Initiative. Why? He's not going to benefit personally, his family's not going to benefit personally from any of these things. So why is he doing it? Because the Smiths feel that this community supported them when they were growing up. And they are paying this forward. The American dream has two parts. One is to rise up to a level higher than the last generation. But it also has a second part, and that is when you've done that, you have an obligation to pay it forward to the next generation. And that's what the Smith family has done for you and for this community. It's my privilege to give the School Board Award of Excellence to Kevin Smith. And that's voted on every year by the school board, but I feel in this case entitled to say it's also with the endorsement of this class and this community. Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you, Jay, for those wonderful comments. I'm a little bit overwhelmed, frankly. This is just an amazing night. And when I see this class of 22 out here, it just makes my heart warm. You've achieved so much in a very difficult time, and I know we are all so proud of you. You're an amazing group, and you have a very bright future. I do want to take an opportunity just to thank a few people in addition to the school board. My relationships with the school district has been incredible. You get an incredible amount of support from the Chehalis Foundation. And like Jay mentioned, there have been hundreds and hundreds of people who contributed to the efforts over the years. And when Bob and Jay mentioned that this class, that 100% of you have been accepted to college, that's incredible. And I know this school district has ran a 95% graduation rate for several years going, and that's incredible. I don't think there's a school district in the state that does as much to support college and career readiness than the Chehalis School District. And I am so proud to be a part of this team. It's just been an amazing experience for me. And I am glad that Jay mentioned my wife Karen, and my 3 daughters are here tonight too, Jessica, Mari, and Lauren. They've also been a part of our team in the process, and I'm just so happy that they're here tonight. But really, this is really about you. This is your night, and we are all so proud of you. You've earned this day, and when I look at you and I see the future leaders in America sitting here tonight, you may not see it right now, but it's true. You're our future generation. Whatever you do and wherever you go, I know that your future is bright. And through more college, more education, hard work, your opportunities are boundless. I truly believe that each and every one of you can accomplish anything in this world that you set your mind to. You're all capable of doing great things. So a couple final comments. Is to always give your very best in whatever you decide to do. Be a good friend, be a good family member, get involved in your community, give back when you can. It feels so great to do so. Be proud of who you are, be honest with yourself. And something that's really important was never forget where you came from. Just like me, once a Bearcat, always a Bearcat. Congratulations, class of 2022.
This high school has a very special tradition. Each year, the teachers honor 2 outstanding students in the graduating class. Faculty Achievement Awards is based on scholarship, citizenship, leadership, and personal growth over 4 years. These awards will be a surprise to students who receive them tonight. Will Megan Corey and Kyla Bailey please come forward to present these awards?
Thank you. Special little shout out to Listy for the tissue on the way up here. I'm Megan Corey, and I'm going to do my best to get through this today with dry eyes. I think those of you who know me know that's probably not going to happen. The Faculty Achievement Award, here I go already, is one of the few honors voted upon by the entire staff of WF West High School. We consider students' leadership, scholarship, citizenship, activities, and growth during their years here. Ms. Bailey and I talked about presenting these awards today, and we agreed that both winners were easy selections to honor with this award due to the impact they have made on others. Here I go. Since I know this incredible human has impacted so many lives, I have reached out to them to honor him with their words too. I'm going to read parts of some of those now. This student was an excellent example for the other students. He never used excuses nor allowed hardships to deter his desire to learn. I enjoyed his humor, positive attitude, and friendly manner. He is a most remarkable young man, and I pray for his continuing success. Hank Norquist. You've always been a kind, caring, and compassionate student who still takes the time to say hello to me or engage in small conversation. Thank you. Not only did I love having you in my class as a fourth grade student, I admired how you didn't let any obstacle get in the way of striving and aspiring for greatness. Jennifer Rogerson. He is a responsible young man that has shown a lot of growth and progress the past 4 years. He is someone that you can count on to make the right decision on a daily basis. He is an extremely hard worker that is not afraid to attempt challenges that are outside his comfort zone. John Taylor. This student has been a great leader. He has the best attitude about practice and meets and is always putting in his best effort. Amber Cruzan. He is a wonderful, kind-hearted young man with high integrity. His willingness to learn and try new things is contagious. He is a strong role model for all young men, and overall his character is impeccable. He has always been willing to help other people and teach them what he knows and learn from them. Marshall Keown. This student is a hard worker. He never gives up, never backs down, or lets the opponent get the best of him. He plays and practices with passion and drive to get better at every opportunity. He is a team player, and it has been a great blessing for me to coach him, watching him grow into a wonderful young man. Mark Wilkes. You have always blown me away with your drive to be the best version of yourself every single day. You always came to class ready to work hard, never making excuses. I guess what impresses me most about you is the amount of respect you have always shown me and everyone around you. You may notice that I use the word always in the last 3 sentences. That is because you always bring your best, no matter what your circumstance. This is a quality that only a few people have. Laura Lofgren. This student is a hardworking young man. He pursues learning. He is willing to inquire of people when he needs more information and has a wonderful sense of humor. He genuinely wants what's best for other people. I know he will go far and do what he wants to do. Donna Bouchard. When I think of this student, I think honest, integrity, mature, thoughtful, and helpful. He is way beyond his years in how he conducts himself in this crazy world. He appears to have a self-governor that allows him to follow a positive conscience that sits on his shoulder and guides him through his day-to-day activities. If our world was full of people like him, we would all be so blessed. I'm going to miss this superstar. Jeff Johnson. You have impressed us all with your willingness to be a leader and your desire to be present and part of every aspect of high school. You have become a remarkable Bearcat is and should be. Denise Bullock. From the day I met you until my last day at WF West, you were a joy to teach and to know. Every single day you treated me and everyone around you with respect and kindness. You are patient, you are supportive, you are sensitive, you are smart, you are funny and creative. You have a strong and sweet personality that draws people to you. You inspire me and the people in your life to do better, to be better. Kim Hollister. We have watched you grow into an incredible young man. You are kind, thoughtful, and incredibly smart. Other students look to you because you are a natural leader. I've seen you work through barriers. I've seen you frustrated, but you always kept going with a smile on your face. Being your interpreter was so much fun and will forever be a highlight in my career. Miss B. Working with you the past 10 years as an interpreter has been the most rewarding job I could ever hope to have. You always have the best attitude and give everything you have when challenges come your way. When I first met you in the 2nd grade, you came right up to me when you saw me signing. You had a huge smile on your face and immediately started telling me your life story. You have the most contagious spirit that has continued throughout your elementary, middle, and high school years. You are quite the prankster. I can't tell you how many times I found my water bottle tucked away in a filing cabinet, under a desk, and behind some books. Thanks for making my job so easy. I can't wait to see what you accomplish next, Miss Shea. And from me, despite your significant lack of taste in college gear and your constant antics, mostly at my expense, you have blessed my life with your humor, positivity, hardworking nature, and dedication to helping others. I have learned so much from you throughout these past 4 years, and for that I am truly grateful. You bring a smile to my face each day, even in your green and yellow outfits, and exude an aura of sincerity. You are one of the most genuine human beings I have ever met. Thank you so much for being such a light in this school. You will be missed, but I know you are going to accomplish great things. Congratulations to our Faculty Achievement Award winner for the graduating class of 2022, Joshua Everly.